Good evening and welcome to our Wednesday Creative Living series. It's always such a blessing to come together in this space. This is a space of possibility, a place of reflection and awakening. We are awakening to the power that has always been there in you, in me. And every time we gather, whether you are here in person or you're joining online, you bring something powerful with you. Your awareness to this truth, your intention, and your willingness to grow. We are always moving from good to greater good. So tonight's lesson I've titled, I am in season. I am in season. And this reminds us that life unfolds in divine timing. And just as nature never rushes, but yet accomplishes everything, so too do we move through seasons, times of planting, time of growing, of waiting, of pruning, and blossoming. We go through all these seasons, and each season has its own rhythm, and none of it is wasted. None of this time is wasted. We always say that there is a divine order in everything. There is a divine order in everything. Even that part of your life that you think is dead, is too slow, nothing is happening. Divine order is taking place. And this is a natural flow that guides how life unfolds. It's the law of perfect sequence. I mean, we may call it mistake, but it's a law of perfect sequence. Everything is so divinely orchestrated, where everything happens at the right time, in the right way, and for the right purpose. So divine order is that quiet rhythm behind the sunrise and sunset, the blooming of flowers, and the steady turning of the earth. It's been divinely ordered. So when we learn to trust these divine orders, something within us relaxes. We stop striving and we begin to flow with life instead of pushing against it. When we know that situation, it's all a divine orchestration to bring you somewhere, we stop resisting it and align with that flow of life, because it will definitely bring us to an enlarged place. We understand that even in moments of stillness or uncertainty, you know what? A higher wisdom is arranging everything. Not just for the sake of arranging it, principally for your own good, for my own good. So what seems like a delay may even be a divine preparation. And what it is that Spirit is aligning circumstances so that what belongs to us can appear at the perfect time. So wherever you are in your journey, whether you are seeing results or standing in the quiet in between, this lesson is for you, it's for me. Because when you know you are in season, you stop comparing, you stop doubting, and you know what? You start trusting the divine process that's shaping your life from within. So when things are slow, when it's not happening the way you want it, you are still in season. Spirit is still working it out. So we want to take a deep breath in and affirm, I am right on time. I am rooted in divine order. I am in season now. I am right on time. I'm not late. I'm just right on time. I am rooted in divine order. I am in season now. When we truly embrace divine order, we begin to see that life is not random or fragmented, but a living, breathing pattern of wisdom. Everything is divine. Everything. I know it's difficult to accept that even the low times are divine, but it is. Every season, every change, every pause carries its own quiet perfection. The more we align with the truth, this truth, the more peaceful our hearts become. Instead of asking, why is this happening? We begin to ask, what is this season inviting me to learn, to release, or what is it inviting me to become? Or this season is bringing us to that awakening of that power that's always been there within us. We start to recognize that the same intelligence that moves the thighs, that opens the petals of a flower, is moving through us, guiding our steps with purpose and grace. And when we say in this power we live, we move and being, we move our being, and we have our being, it's that the same power that tomorrow the petal of the flower is closed and the next day it opens. It's that same sweet spirit. That realization brings us into harmony with the divine rhythm of life. That rhythm of life, it's divine, a rhythm that never hurries and never fails. It's always right on time. We know of this power that we are one with. It does not sleep, it does not slumber. And everywhere it is, like it's in you, it's there in its full measures. There are no half measures with spirit, with God, with divine. And when we pay attention, we can feel that there is a divine rhythm at work in everything. Everything that you do, everywhere that you are, everything you call mistake, there's a divine rhythm. The sunrise doesn't compete with the moon. The ocean doesn't rush its tides. Each part of creation moves in its own perfect timing, trusting that everything will unfold just as it should be. That gives us peace of mind that we are not left out. We are part of this rhythm, this process of life. And all it does is to bring you to an expected end. Like we know, the ocean does not apologize for its tides. A flower does not envy the oak tree, nor does the caterpillar rush its transformation. Everything, every of this process is moving as divinely directed. Everything in creation moves in harmony with its appointed time. Your own time is different from my own time. Yet, how often do we forget that truth, this truth? We look at others and think, I should be further along by now. Oh, I know this, my neighbor. He or she started this. She's done this. She's bought an apartment. She's done this. She's done this. Why am I still here? Why am I not progressing as fast as my neighbor? We compare our progress to someone else's harvest without realizing they are simply in a different phase of the same divine process. You are in a different phase, I am in a different place, but it's the same process of life, taking all of us along. Sometimes we confuse delay with denial. But in spirit, nothing is ever wasted. There's no such thing as being off schedule. No. When your life is guided by the infinite. A delay, it's a pause or a waiting period. It's part of the process. That pause, that process we call slow. It's in divine order. It's in divine timing. And we often know and we say that delay is not denial. It's that divine sacred, it's not yet. Not yet. It's a divine not yet. It's a sacred not yet. It may be that something better is being aligned, or you are being shaped to hold what you've asked for. Sometimes the path is still being prepared. Life is expanding your capacity, aligning your heart, and arranging every detail so that when your good appears, you will be ready to receive it with peace and confidence. And you would even have that space to receive the good. Just like a baby can't be born in 2 months instead of 9. The delay is part of the miracle. It's part of that order. So you don't rush what's divine. You trust the divine process. That's faith. That's trust. Because we know at the end, it will bring us to an enlarged place. And denial, on the other hand, means it's been refused or it's not meant for us at all. In our spiritual growth and everyday life, we often interpret waiting as rejection. When things don't move as fast as we want them to move, we start thinking, maybe it's not meant to be. Or maybe I'm not good enough. And we begin to go into that place. When in truth, the universe might just be saying, not yet. I'm still preparing the way. I'm still strengthening your muscles to take the great miracle demonstrations that it's coming your way. So we want to affirm, I trust the timing of my life. What seems delayed is simply preparing me for something greater. I rest in divine order, knowing that my good cannot be denied. We are always expecting something greater, because Spirit has promised us of life, of good life, to move from good to greater good. There are seasons in life when everything seems to flow with ease. You wake up with inspiration, doors open effortlessly without even you trying. People show up at the right time, and things just seem to click. It feels like life itself is saying yes to you. Anywhere you turn, yes, yes, yes. And it's wonderful. Those are the blossoming seasons when all your efforts, your prayer, your patience, the seeds you've sown, burst into visible results. We love that period. But then there are other seasons, the quiet ones, the ones where nothing seems to move, even though you are trying your best. You plant seeds of intention, you water them, but nothing breaks the surface. You send out applications, you make plans and start new habits, but the outer results are slow to appear. And you know what? That's when the roots of your life are growing quietly beneath the surface. It's getting deeper, it's going deeper, stronger, and ready to support what's coming next. Those quiet times, if anything happens and those miracles break before we have enough strong roots, we probably will not be able to carry the breakthrough. So these are phases. So if you have ever walked through a field of sunflowers, You will notice something fascinating we learn from nature always. They all seem to face the same direction, turning their golden heads toward the sun as it moves across the sky. From sunrise to sunset, they follow the light. It's as though they are in constant conversation with it. Obviously, they are. But here is the part most people don't notice. When night falls and the sun disappears, you know what the sunflower does? It doesn't slump in darkness. In stillness, it quietly turns back toward the east, the place where it knows the sun will rise again. In stillness, it quietly turns toward the east, the place where it knows the sun will rise again. Even in the dark, it waits patiently, trusting divine order that never fails. It waits patiently, trusting divine order that never fails. It doesn't doubt the light. It expects it. Earnestly, it turns its direction, its focus towards the rising of the sun. And that's faith. That's the season. That's trust in divine reading. That's when the sunflower's wisdom speaks the loudest. Even in the dark, it turns toward where the light will return. Even in that slow moment, what do? Oh, it's not meant for me. I've tried so many times and failed. No. We turn towards the good. We are positively expecting, holding on, affirming all that we know that is good. He never doubts the sun's existence or questions its worth because night has come. It simply waits with quiet confidence, trusting the divine order that always brings a new dawn. And that's the message for you and for me, to let faith be our compass and expectancy be our light until the next sunrise appears. Your life may feel like midday, full of clarity, demonstrations, direction, and joy. If so, give thanks. Soak in the warmth of this moment and let it energize your spirit. Or maybe you are in the night season, uncertain, waiting, not seeing the light you used to. That's not the end of your life. If so, let's be like the sunflower. Don't lose your direction. Turn your heart toward what you know is true. That is not the time for helter-skelter, running helter-skelter from pillar to post. We want to turn our direction towards good, towards success, towards the light, towards that power that's within. We don't want to lose our direction. We want to turn our heart toward what we know is true, even when we can't see it. Because it happened before. It's tried and tested. So because it's not working out this time, we do not want to take our eyes off what we know that is true and has worked. The same light that once shone on you hasn't vanished. It's simply moving in rhythm. And it will return right on time. It will return right on time. Right on time. The sunflower reminds us that faith is the bridge between seasons. Faith is the bridge between the seasons. It connects the warmth of one day to the promise of the next. It's what keeps your spirit aligned while the world around you shifts and changes. Being in season doesn't always mean blooming. Sometimes it means believing. You don't believe on what you see. We believe and trust, have faith that thing we see with our spiritual eyes, with our inner eyes, will manifest in its time. Sometimes it means turning your face in the direction of hope before you can see any sign of dawn. Just like the sunflower. During that waiting period, we want to turn our direction to light, to hope, to power, because we know it will definitely come. And both are sacred, both are growing, both are necessary. So even when the night feels long, remember the light is not gone. It's preparing to rise. Even when you're going through that period, speak to yourself. I'm preparing to rise again. And your soul knows where to look. You know what to do. You know where to look. There's an inner season that transcends outer time. It's not about the calendar. It's about consciousness. You may look around and think nothing is happening, but Spirit whispers, everything is happening. And not just happening, happening for your own good. Again, just like the sunflower turns toward light, even in darkness, you too are guided by an inner rhythm, a divine pulse, quietly moving beneath the surface of your life. It's moving even when you don't sense it, when you don't feel it. It's moving beneath the soil of your soul. Something sacred is taking root. And for you may think it's taking too long, but in divine timing, it's happening right. Every meditation, every affirmation, every act of kindness, and every moment of surrender, it's cultivating that unseen garden of your becoming. Don't give up. Keep affirming. Keep doing what you're doing. Growth doesn't always look visible. Sometimes it's silent, it's subtle and slow. But it can't be denied. Yet, even in stillness, life is forming something strong within you. And we believe it and we affirm it. Life is forming something beautiful within you, within me. We often resist those invisible seasons. Oh, it's taking too long. It's a terrible phase. I don't like this. The waiting, the quiet, the uncertainty. But they are when spirit does its deepest work. The roots grow in dark. Wombs nurture in silence. Caterpillars transform in hidden cocoons. So when life feels still, remember stillness is not stagnation. It's gestation. We often talk about quietness, and confidence is our strength. In the unseen, spirit is shaping you with wisdom, forming depth, resilience, and faith. Just as winter hides the life within the trees, your quiet seasons are not death. They are rest. They are renewals. Sometimes the most productive thing you can do is rest, trust, and stay rooted. Again, sometimes the most productive thing you can do, I can do, just to rest, trust, and stay rooted. But this reminds me of agriculture and shifting cultivation. Then where you plant, use a particular land for a period, and you leave it for years so that it will replenish, so that the process of life will take its place. How does that happen? process of life. And the next time you come there, it's very fertile. During that place of fallow, something is happening. You are still in season even when you are not yet blooming. And sometimes being in season means Spirit is gently clearing what no longer serves your growth, preparing you for the next expression of your life. There are also moments when being in season doesn't look like gain. It looks like release. Release it and let go. A tree must shed its old leaves to make room for new ones. The rose bush must be trimmed so that it can bloom more beautifully next time. In the same way, Spirit sometimes would ask us to let go, not to punish us, but to make space for something greater to unfold. Sometimes it's the burden, the weight of what we are carrying that just takes our focus off the light, the sunlight, the power. We want to let go of all those weights, the things that will always make us look back. It may be a relationship that has reached its completion, a plan that no longer fits, an old belief that no longer supports who you are becoming. We want to let that go. When these things begin to fall away, it can feel like a loss. But in truth, it's divine order in motion, pruning what's complete so that life can bring forth new growth. Again, like it's said or explained, you can have something in your hands and want to take on something else. You have to let go or drop what you have to reach out for something different or more. The gardener doesn't cut the vine out of anger. He prunes it out of care and intention. Again, when we talk about pruning is not always a comfortable thing. It can be painful. But it's done because it's a process to get something more. He sees the future fruit even before the branches look bare. So when something leaves your life, remember that it's not random. You are being prepared, not punished. Trust that every clearing makes room for something higher, healthier, and more aligned with your purpose. Let each release be an act of faith, a quiet yes to the rhythm of divine order at work in you. Because even in the pruning, you are still in season. You are still in season. You are being shaped, strengthened, and made ready to bloom again. Then comes the season of visibility, when what was hidden begins to show. The dream takes form, a relationship blossoms, the opportunity is open, the healing manifests. But here is a beautiful truth. The fruit is only the outward sign of what has been growing within you all along. Your joy, your peace, your confidence, these are not rewards of the outer world. They are reflections of your inner one, of the work you have been doing. When you are aligned with divine timing, your good cannot be missed. When you are aligned with the divine timing, your good can never be missed. You attract it naturally because you are it. You are one with that power. Every stage of your life carries purpose. Some moments call us to plant, some to grow, some to rest, and others to release. But through them all, one truth remains. We are never outside the flow of divine order. We are always, always in season through all these phases, always connected to the source that moves all things toward good. It's such a powerful statement. We are connected to that source that moves all things towards good. So even when you feel you're sinking, it's moving towards good. Even when you feel nothing is happening, in the realm of the spirit, it's moving towards good. And I want us to have this behind us, to know that as new growth begins to appear, it's easy to look around and notice what's happening in some other person's place and begin to feel, oh, it's not happening there. But this too becomes part of our spiritual practice, learning to trust our own rhythm. Because comparison is the thief of peace. The rose and the sunflower don't compete. They both bloom in their time. Your purpose, your journey, and your growth have been have their own divine schedule. You have yours, I have mine. God never rushes, spirit never delays. The universe is always on time. Maybe we need to assure ourselves of this. The spirit never delays. The universe is always on time. When we stop comparing and start trusting, something beautiful begins to happen. We start to see quiet signs that we are already right where we need to be. It's not about how much we've achieved or how much we can show. It's about the calm that comes when we are in step with divine timing. And when you truly are in season, you know what? Peace takes the place of panic. Clarity replaces confusion. The true trust is extension. And you no longer feel the need to prove yourself. Because you know it's happening. You know it's coming. That thing that seems like delay is your roots taking, going deeper. Being in season doesn't always mean being seen. It means being in harmony with who you are and where life is leading you. And again and again and again, like the scripture says, you will be like a tree planted by the riverside, and you bring forth your fruit in your season. When it feels like your harvest is delayed, remember the waiting time is not wasted. You are taking root. Keep showing up, even in quiet days. Keep doing your inner work. Stay open, stay teachable, and keep speaking life over your dreams. Keep speaking life over your dreams, over what you know that is true, over your healing, over your expansion. Keep trusting, keep holding on, keep speaking life. Bless others along the way and continue to trust in divine timing. Faith is never idle waiting. It's active trusting. Every small step you take in love, faith, and gratitude waters the garden of your becoming. Take time each day to sit in stillness and remind yourself, I am right on time. Drown all the negative noise, chatter, dialogue within. I am right on time. Keep showing up. Speak words of faith and peace that align with your divine order. Let nature remind you that everything unfolds when it's ready. The trees, the flowers, and even seasons don't rush, yet they bloom perfectly. Celebrate others' blessings, knowing you're good, it's on its way. And when you know you're expecting your good or expecting a visitor, what do? You prepare, you make room. You want to make room for that, prepare for it. The best way you know. And most of all, release the need to hurry. Replace every when will it happen with a quiet, grateful thank you. That's how we wait. Not with worry, but with trust. Knowing that life is always unfolding in your favor. Life is always, not sometimes, always unfolding in your favor. You don't even know that. It's all working out for your own good. Spirit has a calendar that doesn't match our human clocks. It's based on consciousness, not chronology. Your consciousness. When you expand your awareness, your season shifts immediately. When you embody peace, opportunities unfold effortlessly. You are not waiting on time. Time is waiting on your alignment. Time is waiting on your alignment. When you dovetail yourself with the divine process, with God, with Spirit, time is waiting on you to align with that flow of life. So every time you declare, I am in season, you are saying, I am ready. I'm aligned and open to divine expression now. There comes a moment when you stop chasing after perfect timing and start trusting that you are already within it. Every breath, every pause, every shift, it's all part of the rhythm of divine life moving through you. You are not missing anything. You are not waiting for life to begin. You are already standing in the unfolding of something holy and alive. You are already standing in that. Right now, Spirit is expressing through you in ways you may not even see yet. But the vibration of your becoming is already in motion. So walk gently with yourself. Keep your heart open to the quiet signs of grace that show up in ordinary moments. And let patience be your strength and peace be your compass. Again, you are not behind, you are becoming. You are not stuck, you are being shaped. You are not forgotten, you are being refined for the next expression of light that will come through you. All is well with you. And as we move through each day, remember this. You are not trying to get into your season. You are the season. The life of God, the life of Spirit is unfolding as you, here and now, in perfect order, in perfect love, in perfect time. So tonight, let this awareness settle deep in your heart. I am in season. You are in season. I am the reading of divine order made visible. Everything in me and around me is working for my highest good. Everything in me, around me, in you, around you, is working together for your highest good. And so it is.